March 28th, and we're coming to you from 101.3 megahertz in Seoul. Real Mom, Real Talk is all about real moms and the real situations we face every day. It's why working moms contemplate leaving their jobs permanently. More and more moms in Korea are considering leaving the workplace for good because it's so difficult to balance work and family at the same time. On the other hand, stay-at-home moms face another dilemma. For all the stay-at-home moms out there, how many times did you want to just get up and leave everything behind for even a moment of peace and some me time? We're back with Junie and Wendy, our working mom and stay-at-home mom, talking about, what it's like to be a working mom and stay-at-home mom.
Hello, this is Wendy. Found my spot. I was really looking for a spot where I can make kwento about my being a stay-at-home mom. Ano naman ang naging trigger bakit gusto ko magkwento about being a stay-at-home mom? So, diba, I just played a clip from the radio station guesting I did for Real Mom, Real Talk, where we talked about working moms. But in my case, they got my side, my perspective, being a stay-at-home mom. Kaya ito yung naging trigger, and I'd like to share with you some, insights, snippet of my life being a stay-at-home mom. And ano ang naging rason bakit I decided to become a stay-at-home mom. Tamang-tama, I just finished bringing the laundry. Actually, mga winter jackets for dry cleaning. Kaya ito, I'm in the park. Actually, this is a walking path where the ajumas and the halmonis would walk. Kasi Koreans love to walk, and the government has designated walking paths. It was in April 2006 when I decided to quit my job in the Philippines. I was working for Smart Telecommunications in the legal department and international roaming department, and at the same time I was going to law school, so I was studying law. And we got married December 2005, and my husband was asked by the headquarters to come to Korea. He actually offered that I stay behind so that I will finish my law school. But when I decided to get married, I wanted to have a family life with my husband. So, no second thoughts. I told him I want to be with him. It was easy for me to give that up. And I don't even feel like, I didn't even think about giving that up, because that's what I really wanted. One of my law school professor who was teaching us family law talked to me when she learned that I was getting married, and asked me maybe I want to delay it a little bit longer so that I will finish law school. But I said no, I want to get married, and I really appreciated that talk. She saw that in me siguro, that I will not be able to continue or even finish law school. And then she also said that one of her regrets was not being there for her children when they were growing up. But that's because she is really a brilliant lawyer, and she practiced corporate law then, but she's a brilliant family law professor, so I appreciated that. But it's the more that I knew that I was going to get married and follow my husband. Siguro kasi I thought, and everyone thought before, I am a very ambitious woman. Pero deep inside, I just really wanted a quiet, peaceful family. So the important question is, did I regret it? Or were there times when I regretted my decision? No, I do not regret it. I think it really came from that time when I wanted to become a housewife. Of course, there are times that you feel emotionally down. It happens to anyone. It happens to the best of us. Pero, what I do is, I only just look back to the day when I decided to become a stay-at-home mom. The reasons why I wanted to become a stay-at-home mom. And that's it. I get my conviction back. I was really fully convicted to become a stay-at-home mom from the very, very start. I said there were times when I felt emotionally down. Siyempre, if you decide to become one, you've got to be really prepared for this one. Kasi, madami talagang mga opinions around us, especially working mom versus stay-at-home mom. I don't know why they still make an issue out of the stay-at-home mom and the working mom. Kasi wala naman talagang issue eh. Ang importante kasi, you know what you've wanted from the very start. You know what you want and you're fully, I cannot emphasize this enough, you're fully convicted that this is what you want. This is the kind of life that you want. Kasi whatever choice you make, there will always be difficulties. What are my challenges of being a stay-at-home mom? Well, my husband and I live in a different country, right? We are here in Korea when all our families are in the Philippines. So, I was alone. I have to do things on my own. I was clueless. I was a clueless first-time mom. I gave birth when I was 30 years old to my firstborn. So kahit na 30 years old ako, I didn't really have any experience about taking care of a baby. Kasi wala naman ako mga pamangkin. So I have to navigate my way out of, motherhood. But one thing I appreciate is I became the mother that I want to be for my children. May mga times talaga that you just want to take care of your children the way you want to, right? Kaya nga minsan yung iba nagkakaroon ng conflict kasi they feel like may mga nakikialam on how they do things. I didn't experience those kasi nga andito ako, but minsan I really need help. So yun, being alone is a challenge for me of being a stay-at-home mom in a different country. Another challenge, a very important challenge which every mom who wants to be a stay-at-home mom should know is your mental state. Kasi, as I've just said lang din kanina, there are so many different opinions out there about you as a woman, about your growth. Ang daming mga babae, wives, moms, who are saying, who will let you hear and sometimes will make you feel low na you've got to work, you've got to earn your own money. Kasi paano na lang, paano ka na lang later on, or it's really different when you earn your own money, that you don't need to ask money from your husband, or you don't need to ask permission when you spend something. Yes, of course. Minsan talaga, kadalasan, when you hear that from others, there will be times that you might even question yourself. Teka, oo nga no, I am just asking money. I don't have my own money. Kasi right after I work, wala naman na talaga akong money. I don't earn anymore. Parang, oo nga no, I should be earning my own. That would make me feel a little bit more independent from my husband. So, talagang you will feel down, lalo na if there are so many women out there who will tell you this thing, who will give you this opinion, and who will make you feel that you are not as independent as them, and who will make you feel na kasi you're not earning money, you are not independent, so you are not the modern woman that the world sees as admirable, Hindi ko na iniisip yon. I don't need to compete with women who tells me otherwise. I mean, there's no even sense of competition in there. I want my children safe. I want to take care of my household. I want to take care of my children and my husband. And this is my value to my family. And this is an important value to my family. And my family sees that. And I'd like to believe that they appreciate that. Kailangan mo yung ganong conviction. Kasi if you don't have that, if konting sabi lang sa'yo ng iba that you're not good enough because you're not earning your own money, talagang madidepress ka. That's why I always go back to that day when I decided to become a stay-at-home mom. Nag-transfer na ako, nasilaw na ako dun sa kabila. Of course, I know, I recognize I will not be able to have this kind of life if my husband didn't support me to become the stay-at-home mom that I want to be. And I know that not everyone can afford to stay at home. Kasi nga, may mga pangangailangan tayo. I recognize that. I know that. And that's why your decision also to become a stay-at-home mom should be based on the practicality. You know, kung kaya, why not? Kung hindi, wag pilitin. Ultimately, it's really the woman's decision, right? But it has to have a support from your husband or from your partner, kasi diyan magsisimula ang conflict later on kung if you insist on what you want pero hindi pala kaya. So yun, kailangan may support ni partner, ni husband or ni wife ang decision mo to stay at home. Shout out to my husband. Thank you very much for allowing me, for supporting me in this decision. My husband can, is at peace going around the world for his work, because especially pre-COVID, because my husband's work entails him going around, like he is being sent to all these business trips by the company. So kampante siya that he is leaving his family safe and sound because I am in charge. So, siguro in my 15 years as a stay-at-home mom, pwede na akong magbigay ng advice, ano? And medyo credible na din naman ako to give an advice. Especially to those of you who are just starting out or who might want to change the course of your, family life. So, primarily, di ba, it has to be your decision and fully convicted ka. And then, when you're already a stay-at-home mom, importante talaga to always have time for yourself din kahit papano. Kasi it's not always taking care of the family. May breather ka din dapat. And it has to be supported by your husband. You've got to have your own set of friends. You can go out, you can, shop together or do whatever. When my babies were really young, ako mismo, I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to leave the children. So, I would invite some friends over to the house. And that's my break. When the kids were becoming older na, toddler years na, I could leave them with my husband or I could leave them with somebody. I go out. I went out. I have a group of friends where you can spend a good time with. Not necessarily to bash your husbands, ha? Do not. Kasi you've got to respect your husband. Once you bash your husband, hindi mo na mababawi yun eh. It will be there. Kahit na sabihin mo na hindi na siya ganon. But your friends will always have that thought. Kasi nasabi mo na eh. Nasabi mo na before. So, there are things that's just for your family that you're not supposed to tell others. Kahit pa super duper close friends mo, right? For me, when the kids were growing na din, especially when the kids were at school, I did a lot of volunteer work. So I had an organization where I did a lot of volunteer work. And it was, at that particular time, it was good. I enjoyed it. And also, I volunteered a lot in my son's school. So for the longest time, I spent so much time at school, and my children appreciated that. And also for me, it felt good to see the fruits of your labor. Before pa, I had been blogging already, writing, so I have my own website. Yan talaga, it has become my outlet. So I loved doing that. It again spice up my Sam life. And also I got into the honorary reporters program of the Korea.net. I think highlight talaga siya ng life ko dito sa Korea, being part of the honorary reporters program, especially those times when I was able to travel outside of Seoul with the others, and they are very young people, and I love it. And then I appeared in some videos. Yung mga ganung bagay gives me a lot of happiness. satisfaction sa ginagawa ko outside of home. Those are not work for me. Honorary reporters program is not work. It's more of a volunteer work where you just get some honorarium. So I don't really earn there, except for those videos where I appeared. Of course, that gave me some cash, but not a lot, Pero it made me feel good. Now, I'm doing vlogging. I started vlogging April last year. No, my channel has actually been there for the longest time. But, mga baby videos na mga anak ko. So, some of those are private already. I really started to become conscious of my vlogging. And I thought about monetizing my vlog, my channel, April last year. YouTube for me now is making me feel busy, but I welcome this kind of busyness because my children are big enough and they're actually encouraging me to do something. In fact, they're encouraging me to go out. I think they're more happy when I am out than when I'm inside the house all the time, which I am inside all the time naman talaga. After everything I've said, the value that you get from this is, you've got to be fully convicted of your decision whether you want to be a stay-at-home mom or a working mom. And once you're in that situation, because that's what you decided, panindigan mo and always look back to that day that you decided. But also, be prepared to evolve because you cannot just be stuck on that forever. So in my case, when my babies were small, talagang I was at home. And then gradually, when they were getting more capable of doing things without me, I also allowed myself to explore other areas that I can do that will make me feel good. Kasi kailangan mo to be able to do things that will make you feel good because that's good for your mental health. And your mental health is very important. That's what makes you keep going. That's what makes you happy. And being happy will be, you will extend that to your family. And your family, especially my sons, they will not be happy if they feel that I am unhappy. I hope you got something out of this video. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, okay? And let me know your comments in the comment section below. Kung stay-at-home mom ka or working mom ka, I read your comments and I really appreciate it. Lalo na konti pa lang naman talaga ang nanonood ng videos ko. So, konti pa lang nagko-comment, kaya lahat kayo nababasa ko talaga. So there, I'll see you again in the next video.